Hi everyone, my name is Katie Carney and welcome to my FLosstube number 33. It is Sunday the 15th of November and it is a cold and windy day in Scranton, PA, and I'm glad that you all could be here to check in. It's been 3 weeks since I filmed. Last weekend I did not have time at all. Our digital conference for the American Wine Society where I work was the week before last, which is why I didn't film. I worked very long days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then I worked both Saturday and Sunday. So this week I took it a little easy. I left an hour early most days, which was really, really nice. It's funny, conference this year was not physically exhausting because usually it is just physically but it was emotionally or mentally, I guess, taxing because I was running the kind of tech on the background of Zoom webinars. So making sure that these people who are famous in the wine world have the PowerPoint that they're looking for and any images shared. One of the speakers a couple of them actually wanted to embed video into their PowerPoints, and it went better than I ever could have imagined it going. So I'm really pleased. I think that we gave our members a real value. They didn't have to pay to attend the conference this year, so they were able to buy the wines if they wanted to, and anybody could attend the sessions. And we are pretty sure we had between like 200 and 265 logins, but we had people who had 10 people at a login or a lot of couples. So I would say very, very easily we had between 500 and 700 people at a session, which was really, really great because usually we can only fit 100 or 115 in a room. And we used speakers who we know really well, so it was really great. And I felt like I got to know our speakers a little better. I help them, but they don't know who I am. It's funny, one of the speakers introduced himself to me, and we had definitely worked together last year in Florida, but whatever. So it's nice that they now know a little bit more about me, because at conference, the conference chair really deals with the speakers, and I deal with the logistics of the membership. So the between 500 and 700 people attending conference, they're my responsibility. So it was nice that, they see me as more than just the person standing behind the desk. So anyway, it went really well. I was very tired, but feeling very pleased, and I'm glad that it's over now. I've got my Christmas shirt on. It says, "I run on coffee and Christmas cheer." It was like $10 and worth every penny. I finished the Christmas ornaments, so I was like, well, I'm going to wear a Christmas shirt. It's fine. I'm also wearing Christmas pajamas. It's 2020, guys. There's no rules. You can see I have Santa there and pumpkins underneath him and a candy corn dish. It's 2020. Anyway, as anybody who's watched any of my videos know, I make my grandmother 20 Christmas ornaments every year, and I have done, I made little stockings, I knit them, I knit little sweaters one year, I made stained glass lights, candles, because we're Irish and we hang candles in the window. So last year I did cross-stitch ornaments, and they weren't great, but they were okay. And this year I feel like they're a little better. The finishing is definitely a little better. I don't have a fingerprint on this thumb anymore because of the hot glue gun. So they're all done, and I'm so happy. And I'm gonna, as soon as I film this, give them to my grandmother, and that's off my plate, and that stress can be gone. So let's take a look. I use ornaments from free patterns, just cross-stitch ornaments, patterns that people have given me. So it's just a hodgepodge. Okay. And so unless I know where they're from, I'm not going to say. And I'll probably be picking hot glue off of ornaments. So this is Merry Christmas. I did a lot of, this is my first time ever doing like one of these fold, like the ones with the backing. I, like a year ago, watched like Vanna's tutorials and some other ones, so I just kind of went with that. And then I went to Joann's this week and used a birthday gift card, and I bought the trim. So there's Merry Christmas. Are they gonna be better? Yeah. There's Ho Ho Ho. This is just a little pillow that says Ho, and then I used some Christmassy fabric on the back. This is, it's like a 3D, this was a freebie in like a cross-stitcher magazine. He's plastic, so that's Santa. And then you just match or stitch him up the back. I used a hank of 320, is it 321? That's like the Christmas red DMC. And I just used it for a lot of the finishing. So that was Ho Ho Ho. And then here is Joy to the World. The backing fabric on this, it's a pillow. There's like little tiny, there you can kind of see them. There's snowflakes on there. That's just a little scrap I had from a quilt that I have cut that I have to sew together. And then this is from, I think, World of Cross Stitch. There was three ornament blanks. So that's just felt that you glue together. It was very easy. There's one. I love this one. Here's Noel. And then this one just happened to fit in the blank, so that's why I used it. And it says, well, if you'll notice, it says Merry Christ-ass. Pardon my French. I left the M off, but I don't think anybody will notice. I didn't notice initially. And then this is a Mill Hill kit. So for the Mill Hill kit, what I did was I just cut a piece of felt in the same shape, close as I could, and then I hot glued it to the back of the Mill Hill, and then I hot glued the hanger. Because there wasn't really any directions as to what to do, and my back wasn't horribly ugly, but I also don't want the back of this hanging on someone's Christmas tree. And then this is, I'm pretty sure the one Fra is keeping. This is a Mill Hill, this is the magnet one, but it's a shamrock. Ooh, my last name's Carney, we are Irish. So I've got a little plaid there, and then a lot of hot glue. Wow. And then I just used some burlap on that, and she loved it. I didn't think that'd be the one she'd keep, but she kept going back to it. And then, oh, that's a little Christmas tree, and you can see the silver trim. I don't love this design, but I really like how the ornament came out. I thought it came out really well, and this is actually the first one with the trim that I did. And then there's this one. It's got that burlap. After Christmas, I'm going to Joann's and I'm just buying all of the trims because they're kind of expensive, and I think when they're 80% off, I'll be happier to buy them. I love these little mittens. They're from a Just Cross Stitch Ornaments edition. Just a little bit of trim. So Rocio from Kokohama Stitchery was the one who was like, "Are you gonna add trim to those?" She said it nicer than that, but that's why I added the trim. I was embarrassed. So there's this guy again with the trim. It does help. I'm glad she said that. She also asked on this one, actually, if I was going to do the back stitching, and I told her no. So this is the KC Christmas Village Sal that I started in January, and then COVID hit, and I couldn't handle my life anymore. So I did one, and I finished it into, so I bought this fabric to do the backing on these. I did it into a small pillow because I figured out that because the shape is odd, that it would be easier to do. It's a very thin pillow. I didn't use a ton of fiber fill, but I knew that cutting any sort of mat board, I would cut my hands off. That's a fear of mine. So, KC Christmas Village Sal, I finished one. I'm the worst. Okay, we're getting to the end. This one is a baby. It's so tiny. But I kind of love it. So I mattress stitched with green thread, oh sorry, all around. And it's just a little like acorn fabric that I had spare, and it's a candy cane. And I actually used pellets in this instead of fiber fill, so it's so cute. Anyway, and then more hot glue. I can't ever take the hot glue off, like the stringy stuff, until they've dried, because I burn myself so bad. So here's this one. I didn't notice, is wow. Whoever laced that didn't do a great job. I wonder who that was. So these go to like my cousins and my uncles. They might throw them away, so it is what it is. And then this is a little Christmas tree. This is also from like an ornament issue of like Cross Stitch World. It's very cute. This was the first one I did this year. And then two more. This is Noel. I actually quite like this one. I love the little like acorny Christmassy trim. I think it came out really cute. And then, is it the piece de resistance? I don't think I said that right. I apologize to the French. I don't think I have any French viewers, but if I do, I butchered your language. Please forgive me. This one is big. It's for my dad. And that is the You Better Not Pout. I love it. He's gonna love it. My dad loves sheep. So. Yay. So they're done, and I feel so much less stress. And then my grandmother was like, well, I need you to bring them down on a tray for me. So got them all. They're like it's like a cookie tray or something. So we'll just stick them right there. You can kind of see them now. I'm so glad they're done. And now, I mean, they're done just in time for me to start the Prairie Schooler Santas for next year. Okay, so that's my Christmas ornaments, and those are my only FFOs, but I feel like 20 FFOs in 3 weeks is a lot, so let's talk about finishes. And these are all, none of them are big, but I have, well, one of them is big. I have 3 finishes, 2 of which were new starts. So we talked about, Jen and I are exchanging Haunted. We picked Eek to do, and I started this right after I filmed last time. And I used a 32 count lamb's wool. It's actually some of the leftover fabric from my gingerbread village that I made for Mark's mom. And I need one of those boards that people have, like a quilting board. Here is Eek. It is so cute. So this used DMC4, which is one of their new, the gray is 4, which is one of their new colors, and I love it. I think DMC4 might be, I love gray, it's one of my favorite colors. I think that might be like my new favorite DMC color. It was really fast. I started it while watching Halloween Town with Fra. And then I worked on it at work a couple days on lunch, and I finished it on Halloween night. I love that pumpkin. Look at it. Look at how cute that is. I really like it. It's not perfect. I am going to be finishing these for Jen and I. She must have an epic fabric stash. So she sent me some Halloween fabrics to pick from, and I picked a couple, and I said, send them to me, and I'll finish both of them. I did explain that I'm not perfect. And I'm going to do, God willing, I'm going to rewatch Bana's flat fold video, and I'm going to do flat folds. And if not, they're going to be pillows. It is what it is. So, that's Haunted. And then I finished, you guys have seen this before. This I had already started, and it is by Lindy Stitches. It's Autumn Royalty, and I had started Lord of Gourds. There you go. There's a lot of stitches in this, believe it or not. So these are all the threads for all three, and I do plan to do all three. I think I might do another start on Thanksgiving. We'll see. Partially because I don't want to have all these threads in this bag forever. So I am using, oh, something just made a noise. I am using it's Fabric Flare Historic Beige. This stuff frays. So I did buy some Fray Stop, and that does seem to be helping. And I will also say I am stitching this in hand. I do smalls in hand, and large projects I put on a hoop. So here's my finish. Isn't it cute? I love all those pumpkins. And the white pumpkin here, you can see it better in person than you can in real life. I love it. I think it came out great. I love the pumpkin. I really love it. I love lettering. So I don't know how I'm going to finish this yet. My plan is, because I have a big piece of this, I'm going to do one in each quadrant. And then I'll have obviously one quadrant left, and then I will decide. I think they would be cute. I think they're too big because I used a big fabric, a low count. This is a 14 count, and it called for, I want to say 18, but I could be wrong. I can't make it into pillows. They'll be too big. So I haven't decided yet. I might flat fold, if I can figure that out, would probably be the best. But we'll see. So that's finish number 2. And that's in the bag the 805 stitcher made that goes with this project. So, and then I have a third finish. This is, so I'm sure all of you watch, is it Mama GB Loves You or something like that? She's from the UK. She's adorable. She lives in Wales. And she's I want to say a chemistry teacher, and she dyes her own fabric and the whole thing. And it's the 15th, so Armistice Day was the 11th. We, in these states, call it Veterans Day. And the Plum Street Samplers has a free pattern that she talked about, and she was going to change hers a little bit because there's the quote comes from an American, but it's a poppy quote, which is that's really how they mark Armistice Day in the UK. Here too, I mean, because you buy poppies from veterans. Anyway, she talked about the Patriots sampler, and it's free. She always talks about a free chart at the beginning of her videos. I immediately went and downloaded it and printed it out, and then I started it on the 10th of November at 7 p.m. East Coast time, because that is 11 or midnight in the UK, because they're 5 hours ahead of us. So I decided, it's got a beautiful quote on it. It says, "We cherish too the poppy red that grows on fields where valor led. It seems to signal to the skies that blood of heroes never dies. And the quote is by, it's an Irish name, Moina, Mona, I can't say it, Michael. After she had the idea of wearing red poppies on Memorial Day to honor those who had died in war. Soon she started selling poppies to her friends and coworkers with the money she made going to benefit servicemen in need. So I started it, and then I got all the letters done on Veterans Day. I love the lettering. And then I decided, well, it's all great that I did this, but I ran to the VFW because normally outside of Walmart, outside of the mall, there's vets who sell the poppies, and then you donate whatever you can afford. I usually just whatever cash I have. This year, because of COVID, they've not been doing that. So they had an 11/11, so it was $11.11 donation. It was really fast. I was able to just do it like that, and then I felt like I was stitching on this, but also that I had done something. So I finished the letters, and then, so their chart has poppies all down the bottom, and there's a couple reasons that I didn't do that. So you can see I did 3 poppies in the American flag. I'm going to either frame this or have this framed, and we have a nonprofit called Veterans Promise in Lackawanna County where I live, and a friend of mine, it's complicated, but he passed away, and she's planning to, they're going to hang his picture on the wall because he has left this earth, and I said, well, I would donate this framed to put with it as like a remembrance. I had thought about having it professionally done because it's going to hang somewhere, and then I thought, well, I could also frame it myself and donate what the money that would have gone to framing, because, you know, this would probably cost $150 to frame at Michael's, and I could frame it myself for $50 and make a $100 donation. And anyway, I'm donating this, and with so many poppies, it felt too feminine for a veterans place. So I did the 3. And then you can see how beautiful the red is. So Rocio last year at this time said, hey, Dinky Dyes listed on Etsy a pack of their silks, and it's just like ends, and it's little ones, and they're very cheap. And so I just pulled the red and the blue and the cream colored, and I hope you can see that, right from that stash. So I used every single inch of the red. So that's how much red you get in one of those packs. And then I think it was three lengths of the blue and like 1.5 of the cream colored. So I really like that. This is I'm pretty sure it's a 32 count fabric. It's a leftover from when I made the Little House Needleworks baseball piece for my friend Susie. And I think when I trim it, I'll have a little bit of room here for ornaments, and then I'll definitely have room at the bottom to do some more ornaments. So that's finish number, a very long explanation of finish number 3. If you're still with me, I'm sorry. But if you ever see these Dinky Dyes packs go up, they go like that, but well worth it. And then we'll move into whips, but we'll start with one that's a new start. So this is in my Pretty Southern pumpkin bag. This is by Cross Stitching Lovers, and it is always, and I think we all know that that's from Harry Potter. And my friend's daughter's name is Lily, and that's why I started this for her. So this calls for DMC 310, and that's my start. This was just what I was working on during breaks, not that there were many, during conference. So I did not get much done, but the A is started, almost done. And that's, like I said, DMC 310. And then her bedroom is in like sagey greens and pinks. So my plan is, I haven't decided, which of the greens I'm going to use. I'm leaning towards this one, which is wallaby grass. There we go. So I'm leaning towards this one. Although this, now that I see it a little, I don't know. Those are the two greens. And then I have two colors of pink. I can't say that. And Dusty Rose. Nope, 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 nope. There we go. Yeah, I think this is going to be the leaf color. So, I need to get to work on that because Christmas is coming. I'm using a 28 count linen, just whatever the 28 count that you get at Michael's or Joann's or Hobby Lobby. So the very cheap stuff, but you know, I don't know how long this is gonna live in that family's home or if it's gonna get thrown away someday. I don't think it will, but you never know. So that's a new start and a whip, and that's like my lunchtime stitching for my friend Bernadette's daughter Lily, who I hope to someday get to spend some time with. I feel like I'm missing her childhood. Oh, 2020. Okay, so now let's move on to whips that were already started. And these are my big ones. So first off is going to be Autumn by Lavender and Lace. So it's a Celtic lady. Y'all, I love this piece, but it's hard because you're constantly changing colors. That's upside down. So here she is. She's so pretty. And when I get into a groove, it's not bad, but it takes me a while to get into a groove. So I got very little progress on this last week. I did this, and then I did 2 more of these. Now, I was having a lot of trouble getting things lined up correctly. And I finally figured out that I just have to, instead of counting, because like, instead of counting, like, to do each color and do the whole thing, I'm doing, like, the 2 stitches, and then I'm putting the thread to the side, and then I'm doing another color of stitches, and then going back. So it's a little, you've got a little more going on, but I'm making less mistakes. The gold is still hellacious to work with. I love her, though. I love her. My plan is to work on her probably until, like, to keep her out and working until at least December 1st. And she's in my Rika Marauders math bag. And the beads finally came in. Not that I wish that I had her on a frame so that I could bead as I went, but I don't, so we'll be beading at the end. And then I have one more whip. This is what I'm working on this weekend. And it is the Shire. That, again, with the upside down patterns, that it's the Shire. And this is by Country Magic Stitch. I have finished the first page and moved on to the second. So now I know how big it's going to be. So you can see I don't have a ton more done, although, I mean, oh, can you see the lights shining through that fabric? Love it. Twinkle lights. We're getting there. I'll work on this. I have to go into work for a couple hours, but when I get back, I'll work on this tonight. The finishing took up a lot of stitching time. as I'm sure you can imagine. Oh, and I have another cousin who is pregnant, so that's another baby blanket that needs done. I don't know if my cousins enjoy my baby blankets, but that's what they get. So that's the Shire. And then, so I'm gonna have a new start. And this is another exchange that Jen and I are doing. This one's a little bigger. And this is, I've never done this. It's a Shannon Christine design. It's Home for Christmas. It's a little bigger than it's a little bigger. I'm a little worried that I'm not going to get it done by Christmas. And then I think, so I have all the DMC floss. I need to get that on a floss ring. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to use this as an Ada that I have like a huge, huge piece of. And I think I'm going to use that. And my plan is probably to start that tomorrow because it will become my lunch stitch. It's not as big as I'm making it out to be. There are a lot of stitches in it though. It is 10, 20, 30, 40. It's like 50 by 80, so it's not huge. But I think that plaid's gonna take some time. That's okay. And then I do think that December 1st for Christmas, I'm gonna start Teresa Kogut's Heaven and Nature, because I have this kitted, so I might as well start it. I will not get this done for Christmas. But, I mean, like, I'm ready to go. I have the fabric called for, 40 count, country mocha. Not that you can see it, but 40 count, God help us. I have a working copy. I have the floss all ready to go. Like, I mean, I have the weeks and the DMC. So, we'll see. We'll see. I'm really, I'm living my best Christmas life this year. Since I'm not going to be able to see my family, I'll just start cross-stitch projects. Since I'm not going to be able to have a taco party, I'll just cross-stitch. It's fine. So, December 1st. And then I think we talked last time about the 2021 January 1st new start. I'm doing Consider the Lilies. Sarah K. Stitches is doing His Eyes on the Sparrow. And I think Michelle's joining us. I don't know which one she is starting. And obviously anybody else. We are still working on names. Sarah had some good ideas. Let's see if I can pull them up quickly. I have like 5 Instagram accounts on my phone because of work. She said A Sparrow Among the Lilies, Sal, and I think that is like my favorite. I love that. And then she said One Sparrow, All the Lilies, Sal. And then she said Sparrow and Lily, Sal. So if you have an opinion, comment below. But I am leaning towards, and Michelle, if you're watching, let me know what you think. I really like the A Sparrow Among the Lilies. So that's what I'm leaning towards. So now let's do the giveaway and then haul, and then I'll let you guys go. So first, last time I told you Jen had donated a giveaway for you, which was so sweet of her. And it is Fat Quarter Shop Bee in My Bonnet stitch cards. And they are going to, I had 11 comments, and Pam, and the last name was Kahmarn. She was comment number 6, and that's what random number generator picked. I will comment on your comment, and I will get this out to you. And I'll probably send you one of these too, which is, this is the Katie Stitching sticker. So, congratulations to you. And then, now haul. So first, I got my last Threads Entwined floss of the month. I'm not doing the floss anymore. So it was all like yellows. So thank you, Trish. And then Mama GB had a discount code for a week, so it's over now, for Galena cross stitch designs, and Michelle McGraw had already sent me these patterns to tell me how much she loved them. And she downloaded it specifically, hang on one second, for the House of Christmas. I have to sneeze, hang on. Okay, I'm back. So this is House of Christmas. It's obviously monochromatic, excuse me. So that was the one that Mama GB and Made by Michelle McGraw are starting, which I clearly loved. But then she also had the Christmas sampler, and I really like that. And then Christine Stephenson, Starcy Girl on Instagram, she designed the 2020 pandemic sampler, and she decided to give it away for free. So I downloaded and printed lickety split. Love this. I love the houses. I love the colors. I like how it's muted. I like the little people. I love it. So thank you so much for doing all this work and then giving it away. She actually has a thing here to send snail mail. So I'm hopefully going to find a Scranton postcard and send it to her. And then I got a belated birthday gift. And this is like my unicorn that wasn't a unicorn because I didn't know you could still get it. And it's Let Freedom Ring. This has been in my wish list on 123 Stitch forever. This is by Lila's Studio. I love Independence Hall. I love Philadelphia. I love the history there. Mark and I used to go all the time, pre-pandemic. So I love this. So I got the pattern, which is 17 pages. And some of the fancy floss. And then this was something that she was giving me for my Prairie Schooler addiction. And this is one of the cardboard ones. I don't care if they're cardboard or they're new prints, personally. But this is Santa and Friends. And Old World Santas 2. And Sea Creatures Series Octopus 3. I love this. This is the drawn thread button tree. Oh, it's so cute. This is Four Seasons Pine Hill House by Debbie Mum. It's a Mill Hill design. Isn't that adorable too? I just want to stitch all the Christmas things. And this is very exciting. Teach yourself to make a biscornu, which is great because I have legit no idea. Like, don't even know where to begin. So, thank you. And this is Jingle Bells Christmas Tree Farm. And this is by the Victorian Sampler. And wow. Beautiful. So, thank you very much. And then, actually, from birthday gifts that I talked about last time, which included a little bit of cash and a 123 Stitch gift card, I'm going to get the fabric for the Lila's Studio Let Freedom Ring piece. So thank you very, very much. You shouldn't have, but I am very grateful. We are 40 minutes in, which is plenty of time listening to me talk. And if I want to get this uploaded before I have to go to work, I should probably stop talking. It was really fun to hang out with you. I can't wait to see you again, hopefully in 2 weeks, but we'll see how much stitching I get done. I hope that you guys are well and safe and that the quarantine is not getting you down. We are very quickly heading back towards another lockdown, which when it all happened in March, like I was emotionally prepared. I'm not emotionally prepared this time. I'll just leave it at that. Thanksgiving is just going to be my grandmother and I, which is what it is. She made the decision not to go to my uncle's, so I'm cooking just for us. I'm sure Mark will stop by in the evening. We're gonna have a chicken because I don't really like turkey, and I definitely don't like turkey enough to have leftovers for just the two of us. And it looks like Christmas is gonna be the same, so I'm gonna wear Christmas t-shirts and listen to music and pretend it's not happening. Stay safe and well, guys, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks for tuning in, and stay safe.